Welcome everybody to King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. Oh, we're carrying on with it. Still tonight, we still have that World Heavyweight Championship match. We also have the World Tag Team Championship matchup. We also have the United States Championship matchup. Also, still to come, the Women's World Championship matchup. Of course, Asuka Dakota Kai in the Queen of the Ring final. Also, main event casket match, the WWE Universal Championship match. But right now, we have the WWE Women's Championship on the line to start out this part of King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view.
The following is scheduled for one fall, and is for the WWE Women's Championship.
Well, thank you, Mike Rome. Oof. It feels weird sometimes when I have to talk through the entirety of these entrances, because I'm used to these entrances being cut off and also having ringing out to speak halfway through, so I'm used to doing like 30 seconds. It feels like a while since it's been pay-per-view, though it has been a good few amount of weeks. It was a long build to King and Queen of the Ring pay-per-view. This is only the second pay-per-view of the season, of course, Backlash being the first, and there was only a few weeks built to that. But this one, it's, what was it, like 7 weeks or something like that we built to this pay-per-view? It definitely feels like high stakes on that. Just from that entire length. But anyways, talking of a match that definitely had its high stakes, of course, being for the WWE Women's Championship, but it was a bit of a mystery, as I coined it, which sounds, I purposely try to emphasize the ist and the, maybe make a bit of a missed sound. I think I did that accidentally, but kind of like a missed sound when saying mystery, because of course, we found Tiffany Stratton backstage with some mist on her face. We weren't sure who did it. We eventually found out it was Candice LeRae, who seems to have it out for some of the newer women on the roster, feeling like they're getting put for opportunities that should be rightful to her, considering that she's the veteran and has been doing this for quite a while now. Unlike the likes of her opponent here tonight, Tiffany Stratton, she also had her issues with Thea Hale among the like as well, who seem to be focused on, but clearly also had her eyes completely on the Tiffany Stratton and the WWE Women's Championship as well. So, played us for the fall a little bit. We eventually found it out. Then Tiffany wanted to get her revenge. So I don't know how much, though, to be fair, Candice LeRae also got what she wanted, I guess. Tiffany's going to get her revenge, but she's got to put her title on the line to do it. And Candice LeRae is going to get that opportunity to fight for that title and prove that she actually deserves everything that she's been saying she does. Which is having Chiefs championship opportunities, which, I mean, she can make the claim if she was able to put on a good showing here tonight, but we had to make that claim ever so much more if she goes on to win said championship here tonight. Of course, that is the championship they are fighting for, that WWE Women's Championship, and I can finally yet again hand it back over to Mike Rome.
Introducing the challenger from Riverside, California, Candice LeRae. From Prior Lake, Minnesota, the WWE Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton.
Well, there's Tiffany Stratton looking to hand that championship over and showing it to Candice LeRae. This is what you can win if you win here tonight. Or this is what you will win if you can win here tonight, is what I should say. That makes it sound like it's like a 50-50% chance. Like she's got to win the match just to be able to roll a dice to be able to see if she can win, or flip a coin or something. But no, if she does win this match, she will definitely get that championship. But she has got to win said match here tonight. Has Candice LeRae. She has got to defeat Tiffany Stratton, though it does feel like Candice LeRae, as of late, has taken a new emphasis to the name Poison Pixie, because of course that has been her nickname now for a little while now. She's even taken in that Poison Mist to add to her repertoire. Like I said, dialing in on that Poison Pixie persona or even more, I guess. Or whatever words to effect I'm trying to say. I feel like I got that right. At least one of the two times, if not both. Just maybe weird ways about going about it. But nonetheless, Candice LeRae, jeez. Like I said, definitely the veteran in this match. Been wrestling for... I don't think she's quite been wrestling as long as Tiffany's been alive, but still, nonetheless, Tiffany's no pushover. She proved it at WrestleMania. Candice LeRae won. Ooh, kick out there. Of course, Tiffany's trying to beat Charlotte Flair, no less, at WrestleMania. So geez, just because Tiffany's the up-and-comer and Candice LeRae is the veteran, jeez, I think Tiffany Stratton definitely has proven that she definitely deserves that championship. Covers one. Ooh, kick out there. I mean, sure, she won via a cash-in, but has still been able to beat the likes of Rhea Ripley, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. Possibly, arguably, maybe the three top women, at least on her brand last season. And I felt like she made a case by beating all three of those women at points that she would also be added to that list. Jeez, Candice LeRae now wrenching on the back of Tiffany Stratton. We haven't quite got the full angle because the referee's in the way. Ref, get out of the way, cheers. So, oh, cover. No, Candice LeRae pops off. He's oof. Candice LeRae gets out of shot like Tiffany. But Tiffany, oof. There's a little bit of stalemate there, a little bit of staring, both trying to figure out what the other is trying to do. Maybe Candice LeRae's just trying to play mind games, trying to get Tiffany to think. Jeez, oof. I don't know, I guess we'll have to see how it goes. I wouldn't put it past Candice LeRae to try and use mind games in this matchup. But yeah, like I said, I definitely wouldn't necessarily say that Tiffany Stratton doesn't deserve this championship, but beating Candice LeRae here tonight will just prove it that one step further. That is for sure. Boy, jeez, the shot to the midsection. And an elbow right to the face. Oh, Candice LeRae now off the bottom. Jeez, gets that sent on. Double stop to the midsection. Jeez. Oh, not quite off the ropes. Did the stutter. Again, Candice LeRae just doing all these unique things, I guess. Jeez, Tiffany went around off the ropes. Candice LeRae didn't kick out too. You're just messing with Tiffany's anticipation for when to counter. Like I said, the veteran instincts, the smarts that Candice LeRae has in this ring might only be able to be beaten by a few in the women's division. Jeez, Tiffany Stratton's not one of them, and she's feeling that kind of way right now as Candice LeRae just locked her in this octopus stretch. Tiffany Stratton's feeling the effects right now. Jeez. Oof. I say there's something about pixie dust. Is that what the poison mist is going to be called? The pixie dust, I don't know. The poison pixie dust, either way, jeez. Tiffany Stratton, picks her up. Oh, sidewalk slam. So it's not like Tiffany Stratton's been doing nothing since before she started wrestling. I mean, a very accomplished gymnast. You know, bodybuilding, all the likes. Tiffany Stratton, certainly no pushover. Jeez. But, of course, wrestling is very different than gymnast, though. Some of those abilities can help her, and Tiffany Stratton knows exactly how to use that gymnastic ability to help her. And she goes into a cover. Interesting way to get into it, but she's gone into it nonetheless. Kick out of two there by Candice. Jeez. It's Tiffany Stratton. Heads up to the top rope. Candice LeRae tossing her down. Jeez. Candice LeRae definitely has this darker side out of her as of late. Maybe just out of the pure frustration. I don't know. Jeez. Now looking in this, it's kind of like a variation of the Muto Lock, I believe. Some would be called a last chancery in some ways, shape or form, but it seems to be effective. Candice LeRae showing her own bendability, gymnastic ability, I guess. I don't know if bendability is quite the right word. I was thinking maybe flexibility, but I don't know. Either way, point is, Tiffany Stratton gets out of that nonetheless. But of course, Candice LeRae's also been separated from her husband. Husband's on Raw now, Johnny Gargano. Maybe that's kind of done something to her as well. The time away from Johnny Gargano. Maybe Johnny Gargano part of Candice LeRae's conscience. I don't know. And nonetheless, jeez. Gets that forearm. Or maybe not conscience, but he's a nice sounding board at least. Jeez, oof. Johnny Gargano hasn't got himself on a pay-per-view though, so can't fault Candice LeRae in that regard yet. At least not this season. I'm struggling to think last season, but I know Candice LeRae definitely got into women's tag team title matches last season with Indy Harlow, who she's not with either. Jeez. Oh, and a splash. Goes into the cover. Tiffany Stratton, 1, 2. Kick out there by Candice. I mean, I know somebody she knows very well that is on this brand is Tommaso Ciampa. We haven't exactly seen or heard from him since he's been drafted and it's been split up from Johnny Gargano by the DIY, and we know how Ciampa can get when he's by himself, so I don't know if she's keeping that company, if that's part of the reason why she's like this. Jeez, Candice LeRae gets that dropkick right into the sternum, maybe? I don't know. I don't actually know what the sternum is. It's somewhere in the midsection, isn't it? Anyway, Candice LeRae, jeez. Looking to stretch out Tiffany Stratton right now, looking to test some of that flexibility, some of that gymnastic ability from Tiffany Stratton, I guess. Jeez. Oof. Not fun, but the caution go Tiffany Stratton like I expected her to have. Like I said, the gymnastic ability and the bodybuilding. Proven dividend there by Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton bringing Candice way down for a submission of her own there. Got a bit of an armbar there. Candice Ray got to the ropes. Very smart by Candice Ray. Like I said, the veteran. Knows this ring better than Tiffany will right now, at least. Jeez, gets a Hurricane Rana. Like I said, Tiffany definitely. She has the age advantage, I guess, in that kind of. I mean, sure, there's always the veteran. There's always generally goes to the older person, but you know, you can't count out being young. Will definitely help you in some ways in this sport. Jeez, and now Tiffany Stratton. Don't think Candice Ray was looking to maybe use some poison mist, but Tiffany Stratton's been able to stop Candice Ray before she could take advantage of the ref's distraction. Of course, Tiffany also has the height advantage, the reach advantage, the strength advantage. Is Tiffany Stratton goes to the top rope, gets that splash. Ryan Candice LeRae. And now Tiffany now looking for that previous moonsault. Never! He goes to that cover. 1, 2, 3. And Tiffany Stratton scores the win here. Jeez. Oof. I said, seems the up-and-comer has beaten veteran here tonight. And yet again, retained her title and yet again proved why she deserves to be champion. Like I said, I definitely feel like she has proved it last season and is seemingly doing so more this season. They were to win a triple threat match against Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley, Backlash no less, but of course maybe they were focusing on each other, so I wasn't 100% sure how much to bring it up. But nonetheless, I think Tiffany Stratton is having a great first reign as a women's champion on the main roster. Has defeated some great names, some huge names, and just adding more to the list. Jeez, this is definitely sending Tiffany Stratton up to the top of the rankings. Like I said, I was saying that she took on the 3 best, and maybe that question last season on her brand, and the question maybe that make her the 4th. I feel like you've got to argue that Tiffany Stratton maybe is the one to beat on the SmackDown brand right now. Jeez, but of course we have the Queen of the Ring tournament final later. Of course, Dakota Kai past SmackDown. Will Dakota Kai win, or will it be Asuka winning on the Raw side of things and challenge for the Women's World Championship? I guess we'll have to see later on tonight. Well, congrats to Tiffany on retaining said WWE Women's Champion. I don't quite know what's happened to the referee, why Charles Robinson had to quickly run out here. Hopefully the referee's doing okay. But Nia Jax, hold on, what's going on? Jeez! Oh, Nia Jax. We haven't seen her since WrestleMania when she lost the Women's Tag Team titles. And clearly she's setting her sights on a different title instead. Jeez, out. Oh, right in Tiffany's face. Jeez. Well, I guess I know what's next for Tiffany Stratton. Jeez, oof, that's worrying for everybody in the WWE Women's Championship division, even if Dakota Kai wins it tonight. Oof. Anyways, up next, the World Heavyweight Championship match. So let's get to it, shall we?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Well, of course, we saw the King of the Ring final earlier on tonight. It was, of course, Cody Rhodes versus John Cena. And Cody Rhodes won such a fair, which he's a SmackDown superstar. So, we do not know who one of the people that will be involved in that World Heavyweight Championship match at SummerSlam. Of course, Cody Rhodes will be going out to that WWE Universe Championship match. Which, of course, the championship match for tonight here is that casket match between Seth Rollins and Finn Balor. Maybe one of those two could be facing Cody Rhodes. But all we do know is John Cena is not right now down for that match at SummerSlam because, of course, he did not earn it. So it's a completely open what could happen for this World Heavyweight Championship, and just the future of this championship in general is completely open right now, which does, it is always nice to see, just when things could go any kind of way possible, any kind of direction, any kind of person could come in. But it's also nice to sometimes know a little bit what's happening, like we do with the WWE Universe Championship. But there is still 2 pay-per-views between this, so a lot could happen for both championships before we hit SummerSlam. We can't count out those pay-per-views. Title changes can happen. Jeez, but of course, the more eyes are on SummerSlam than they are on certain other pay-per-views. But I know a lot of eyes are on this pay-per-view here tonight, and I'm sure these 2 superstars, just as many others, are looking to put out a performance here tonight, and a good enough performance to win their said matches. And Bron Breakker can get back that World Heavyweight Championship match, or CM Punk's case, can retain that World Heavyweight Championship against maybe definitely a very difficult foe. Bron Breakker held that World Championship for a while last season, lost to Drew McIntyre at Elimination Chamber, and hasn't quite had the stroke of luck to be able to get a championship match back. His rematch clause, and he's earned it in twofold, and then he also then got his win record up. So Bron Breakker definitely earning this match here tonight. One could argue he definitely deserves at least one more title match, even if he loses here tonight. But I guess that's down to Regal. But Punk did play Bron Breakker for a bit of a fiddle. Got him to try to teach him to use his head, I guess, in some ways. Punk basically held out until the last possible chance to give him that World Championship, and he didn't even give it to him. The championship match, sorry. It was Regal eventually. It was when Bron Breakker threatened to cause more havoc. So clearly CM Punk maybe had some part to play in that too, and getting Regal to hold off, I don't know. But CM Punk trying to get Bron Breakker to use his head. Bron Breakker is very much just an emotional rage machine. It definitely does feel like it, so... maybe CM Punk definitely in another way, just like last match, definitely does feel like a veteran versus upcomer, but instead of the veteran being the challenger and the upcomer being the champion, it is the veteran being the champion and the upcomer being the challenger. Though Bron Breakker does have Baron Corbin in his corner, who isn't exactly an upcomer, but I question the same veteran status as CM Punk, I would not. But definitely not an awful person to have in his corner to try and help wise him up a little bit. Oh, jeez. CM Punk holding that World Heavyweight Championship high in front of this crowd here. Jeez, when we can get into this World Heavyweight Championship match, I've been very much looking forward to this matchup. And I think Bron Breakker has too, maybe more than anybody in the world right now. Of course, that's what they're fighting for. I just hope for CM Punk's safety that he hasn't pushed and poked and prodded the bear, or the dog in this case, a little too much.
Introducing the challenger from Woodstock, Georgia, weighing in at 230 pounds, Bron Breakker. And his opponent from Chicago, Illinois, weighing in at 218 pounds, the World Heavyweight Champion, CM Punk.
Wow, CM Punk handed over that World Heavyweight Championship match. Come on, I haven't been able to speak since the start of this match. I don't know what's going on with me, but nonetheless, holding that World Heavyweight Championship up high. Can Bron Breakker reclaim that championship after? I should have noted that down. A few months, I would say, since he dropped that World Heavyweight Championship match back at Elimination Chamber. Now looking to get it again. Jeez, CM Punk getting out of dodge very quickly. We saw Bron Breakker. I told you he was looking to tear a new one inside CM Punk. The point is, I was questioning if maybe Punk prodded the dog too much. But CM Punk seemingly, like I said, playing into that, knowing the veteran instincts, working it to his advantage. Maybe wanted Bron to be emotional, wanted him to be rageful, so Bron would make a mistake by being overly aggressive. Jeez, going into a bit of a shame wrestling here. I mean, I guess it is going to be a question of like Bron's strength, and I believe he had some. I know he did some football. I don't remember if he did any amateur wrestling, but over CM Punk's veteran instincts, Jesus, shot right to that back. That's something you don't do in regular amateur wrestling, that's for sure. At least you do in professional wrestling, you get that shot right to that back. It sets them right off from. Jeez, oh, what a shot right to the face. It sets them off a little bit. Nearly. I mean, it's not quite an anaconda vice, but it's got some similarities to it at least. Bron Breakker able to pick Punk back up a little bit. At least I think that was Bron doing that, not Punk. I don't know. I guess that is just more going to be it. It's going to be Bron's strength versus CM Punk's veteran instinct right now in this chain wrestling. Kind of felt a little similar to Tiffany and Candice LeRae. It was Tiffany would argue was the strong one over Candice, but Candice, the veteran, it didn't work out for the veteran in the last match. Will it be the same situation in this match, though? You could say it would be the same situation and a different situation because the champion retained last match. Will the champion retain here tonight? Guess have to see. CM Punk bringing down Bron. He gets that knee right to the back. And now looking to lock in that sharpshooter, jeez. All we know is CM Punk likes his bit of a Bret Hart there, jeez. Boof. Paying homage. Punk locking in this sharpshooter. But let's go of it before Bron Breakker can break out of it, I think. Smart by Punk. Oh, and he's looking to go right back to it already. Jeez, looking to lock it in yet again, wearing down the back of Bron Breakker. And the legs. But, jeez, locking it in. Good, jeez, Bron. Trying to find a way to get out of it. Will he be able to? Oh, not a chance because CM Punk drops it yet again. Jeez. Well, that's just going to be wearing down Bron at that point. He hasn't he's just about got just before the energy to muster out the submission. So he's putting on all his energy to do that, and then CM Punk lets go of it. Just so CM Punk doesn't end up in the worst offense by Bron trying to get around on him. Very smart by CM Punk. I said probably just frustrating Bron even more. Like I said, Punk just trying to drain that energy that Bron Breakker definitely will have, maybe over the entirety roster. I'd say that Bron has probably one of the best energy kind of things, and he's very explosive, so CM Punk is trying to bring that down. Very smart of him to do. CM Punk now waiting for Bron Breakker to get back up. Punk! Jeez, oh! Goes flying, but doesn't go out well to him. Will work out well for him. Jeez, oh, and a chop block there by Bron Breakker. Down an elbow, jeez, went to the back of the head. Jeez, that again, Bron Breakker. Jeez, now just unleashing on CM Punk. Like I said, maybe poking and prodding the bear or the dog too much. And now Bron Breakker. Jeez. Going to absolute work right now. Jeez. Oh, but CM Punk gets it over to the midsection though. Jeez. And now CM Punk, oh, looking for a roll up. Looking to score. Quick win here. Jeez, 1, 2. Oh, not quite 2. I say CM Punk taunted Drew McIntyre by hitting him from that kind of package, a small package. Probably do the same to Bron Breakker. Jeez, kick out there too there. Oh, Bron Breakker very back up to his feet very quickly, but CM Punk saw it coming. Oh, but Bron caught that. Jeez. And now Bron now looking to lock in a submission of his own here. Single leg. Jeez. But CM Punk drag himself away. I think he dragged himself to the ropes, but Bron has positioned himself pretty well. I don't know where that was planned on. I don't know. But CM Punk tripped him over. And now into the Koji clutch. Bron was able to break out of the hole before CM Punk broke out of it. And now CM Punk looking to lock him into another. Jeez. I'm CM Punk tapped out the Big Show with this move though. Cena did also have the SDF on him at the same time. And that caused a little bit of confusion, but jeez. Oh, it was a WWE Championship match. This is what I win Championship matchup. Jeez, CM Punk. Now, some of the time, this is the King and Queen of the Ring. Oh, geez, Bron Breakker now. Jeez, gets that shot. Punk gets that shot. I don't know if this is smart by Punk to trade blows with Bron Breakker. I know maybe Punk's got a plan that I'm not aware of. But Bron Breakker is going to be the heavy hitter. But maybe this is just CM Punk trying to drain out some energy from Bron Breakker. Jeez. But he's getting it right on his chest and right on his face. And if that's quite where he wants Bron to be, him wanting Bron to put his energy. But jeez, now getting into this. Jeez, Punk, I don't know if this is smart, mate. Jeez, oh, and jeez, Bron Breakker. Oh, and a clothesline. Yeah. Like I said, the advantage they're going to Bron with all that strength and all that power. Using that kick down. Oh, but CM Punk brings him down. Small package. Jeez. 1, 2. Go. Jeez. Darwin Punk gets a quick stomp before Bron could do anything. Jeez, and an elbow drop. Also got to be wearing Baron Corbin on the outside. We know what Baron Corbin could do to mess up CM Punk in this matchup. As jeez, Punk gets that knee drop. I mean, I was expecting the elbow drop. It's exactly what Punk had in mind. Maybe like to feint out. He feigned out me. I was going to call for the elbow drop, but he went for the knee drop instead. Jeez. Knocking in this armbar. Jeez. Oh, Punk. Wrenching it, but Bron. Jeez. Bron. Oh. He's always able to wriggle out of it this time. Bron Breakker maybe learning how to break out things quicker, or at least the right way for Punk to not to notice as well. As Bron Breakker, he's having to learn on the fly here. Jeez, but Punk, yeah, those kicks to the leg. And again, jeez, not quite dropping the big man quite yet. Well, the strong man. Jeez, oh, Bron Breakker. Jeez. Well, of course, CM Punk, I think he's just trying to eliminate that power game the best he can. You know, that running spear, if he takes out the legs, Bron can't run. These two going to war yet again, trading blows. It didn't work out so well for Punk last time. Jeez. Bron. Oh, CM Punk has that one. Jeez. Oof, so CM Punk doesn't know that sometimes you have to learn on the fly as well, so maybe that's what CM Punk trying to do. I don't know, Bron Breaker. Jeez, oh, Breaker. Feint him in, but Punk. Feint him in. Jeez, oh, and a kick right to the head. And gets that elbow drop. That was, I'd say, a hip almost, wasn't that? Jeez. Oof. I mean, there's so many different points apart that it would be better for Bron to hurt Bron Breaker. I mean, you just got to try and work out for that spear. But if you hurt the arms, hurt Bron to hit that spear more. But if you hurt the legs, you can't run. If you hurt the face, you might not be able to see as well. And CM Punk, he's trash talking Baron Corbin, but smartly keeping his eyes on Bron Breaker. And he can afford to do that, I guess. Jeez, Punk dodged that one. Boof. Jeez. Better kick no, Bron. Boof, Punk. See, I don't even know what to tell with Punk. Is it him missing? Or is it him purposely, like, I don't know, doing it on purpose so Bron lures Bron into full sense of security or for Bron to go for something? I don't know. It's hard to say for sure. Jeez. Oh, we're now Bron Breaker now getting in his bear hug. This is very close to the ropes here. Jeez. But CM Punk looking to break out and gets that bell clap. Oh, jeez, that ring in the ears isn't going to help see Bron Breaker's balance. Jeez, looking for that genius. Gets to the go to sleep right on Bron Breaker. Covers out in 1, 2. Oh, Bron Breaker kicks out. Jeez, boom. Jeez. Oh, maybe that bell clap wave wasn't the smartest idea. Maybe that is still his ears were ringing. He still kept him awake. I don't know. Either way, CM Punk now. Jeez, oh look for the Mongolian, but no. Bron Breaker. Oh, picks him up now. Get him back. Gut check right to CM Punk. And now Bron Breaker. Oh, he's sizing up CM Punk. Looking for that spear. Right to Punk. Jeez. Bron. 1, 2. Oh, and a kick out by Punk. Jeez. Oof. This match got heavy very quickly there. At least in the last little bit. As Bron Breaker now looking to go work on Punk. What's Bron doing? Oh, looking to recline. Starting to set up, but oh, the rope break. And Punk's furious. Oh, Bron's furious. Jeez, Bron. It's not the ref's fault. Jeez. Punk taking advantage of Bron Breaker, giving him a little bit of chance to recover. Jeez, I guess that kick right to the face. That was a nasty one. Oh, but jeez, Bron Breaker needs him. I think Bron's cut over the eye. See ya, Punk. I know about smartness. Maybe that was an accident, but I think you fucked up, mate. Jeez, you've just angered Bron Breaker in a whole other way. Well, maybe that's exactly what Punk wants. I said about possibly frustrating him. But there's a level where maybe that benefits him, and a level where he's just going to kick your ass before you have a chance to counter it. Type situation. I think we might be at that point. We might be at that level. Jeez, gets that elbow. Bron Breaker. Oh, jeez, that's a nasty elbow. Jeez. Oof. Bron Breaker just unleashing. This is what I mean. Maybe battering you a little too much. Jeez, you have no chance to do anything about it. Jeez, all those elbows. Jeez. And now Bron Breaker dropping a fist. Oh, and Punk's busted open, and he's busted open bad. That's way worse than Bron's busted open. Jeez, just after all those violent elbows, especially that second one, but jeez. Maybe Punk's regretting that. Maybe he took the poke in the front of the bear, trying to get frustrated. It took it a little too far. And now it's working out a bad way for Punk. Look at his blood just tripping over the mat. I believe that's Punk's at least. He's probably getting over that turnbuckle maybe. Or maybe a Punk's handle. I don't quite know. But Bron breaking now. Jeez, just the double axe handles to the back of Punk. But Punk fires an elbow out. Jeez, gets that kick to the midsection. Jeez, oh no, Bron. Jeez, gets that uppercut. Jeez. Like I said, Punk made Bron jump through so many hoops, trying to get him on that win record. Like I said, he had the rematch clause from Elimination Chamber. He also won the Battle Royal at WrestleMania, which made him get a World Championship shot, but he had to delay it both times per match stipulation by taking out Punk and Drew McIntyre, respectively. Made he had to wait. Jeez, got that military press power slam. 1, 2, oh, still a kick out from Punk. Jeez. In the matches that Bron Breaker's lost since Backlash. Jeez, gets that elbow because he did lose to Drew McIntyre on the build to Backlash, but the only match he lost was tag matches with Baron Corbin. Punk tried to put a wedge between them two. But jeez, Bron Breaker. Gets that elbow right to the face. Stomps the leg. And again. Jeez. Bron breaker. Picking up Punk. Holding it. Punk counters. Get that. Kicks the leg. And again. Down a third. Jeez, Punk. He runs out. Double axe on no Bron breaker. Punk tried to wind that one up to just knock down Bron breaker. And I think even Punk's feeling the effects of this match. And now this has become a fight. And jeez, Bron breaker just sending CM Punk to the outside. Maybe I am right. Maybe Punk has poked and prodded the bear a little too much. And he's paying for it right now. Jeez, Punk gets those shots to the midsection. Takes advantage. Jeez. They gravity to do its work a little bit. And now Punk gets that elbow himself. But jeez, we've been bleeding on the outside now here. There's Punk. I mean, Bron breaker's busted open too, but it's nowhere near as bad as Punk. He's Punk now. Heading up to the top rope here, Punk. Looking for something, maybe the elbow drop this time. I think he is. Oh, Punk, get up! Jeez, oh, jeez, put him right back down. Punk timed that perfectly. I think Bron breaker didn't see it coming. 1, 2. Oh, Bron barely gets that shoulder up. I mean, he got the shoulder up, but the arm took a little bit to catch up. That was bad. But it's you. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do to get out of pinfall. And now CM Punk looking in the shop, shooting again on Bron breaker, but Bron gets the ropes. I think even Punk's getting a little desperate now. He wasn't expecting this level of fight from Bron breaker. Jeez, and this just level of aggression and power. Maybe he underestimated Bron a bit too much. Just like he seen Candice LeRae did Tiffany Stratton. Jeez, now Bron breaker picking up CM Punk. Jeez. Oh, Bron breaker flies up that top rope and jeez, just send him down. Breaking Steiner. Jeez. Oh, Frankenbreaker, I don't even know. Either way, Bron breaker. Jeez. Dolph. Just sending Punk for a loop. Jeez, and now Bron. Off the ropes. Spear again right to Punk. Covers. 1. Punk's on the ropes. Referee's just noticed. I think referee calling rope break. Bron, if only had better positioning, maybe. Bron, get your hands off her. Bron, you get fined. Bron, be careful. Jeez. Oh, and Punk taking an advantage and just coming in for the save maybe on the referee. Yeah, checking in on her, coming for the save. Bron breaker. If only he got CM Punk away from the ropes. Jeez. And now Baron Corbin is trying to play his part. Oh, but no, but Punk suckered Bron in. Punk suckered Bron in. Jeez, gets that elbow. Down again. And Punk now saying that's it. He's going to put Bron breaker to sleep for good. Punk now picking up Bron breaker. Dragging him a bit more into the center of the ring, I think. So in he hits. They go to sleep. Bron breaker pretty much center of the ring. Covers. 1, 2, 3. CM Punk, or maybe by luck in some way, was able to win this match here tonight. Jeez. I didn't expect that fight from Bron breaker. It was clear that CM Punk didn't either. Jeez, even if the veteran can underestimate people sometimes, but doesn't stop them from being a veteran, I guess, sometimes. And CM Punk, though, I think it was just lucky with that rope break. And the referee just noticed it just in time. But geez, CM Punk. Oof. That was a fight and a half, to say the least. Punk was busted up and bad by the end of that. All these elbow drops just constantly. Bron was pissed after being busted open, that was for sure. That might have been one poke too many. I think that's just how it went. But nonetheless, Bron breaker was not able to score the victory here tonight, was not able to reclaim his world championship. Though I did argue that I think he does have a case to make for having one more world championship match, considering he has technically earned it. You could argue that was his rematch clause. He still has the match he was owed after winning WrestleMania's Battle Royal, Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. And then after this spot, the spear, he goes for the cover. 1, 2, geez, you can see Punk grabs the ropes there. I feel like you could argue that case too. If Bron was far enough away from the ropes, maybe he would have won the match here tonight. 2 great points for Bron to maybe argue for a rematch at some point down the line. Well, congratulations to CM Punk. He was able to retain that World Championship tonight. He definitely earns that one, that was for sure. Oof. He put on a great match in the main event of Backlash and put on a great match here tonight. Partway through King and Queen of the Ring, but we are not done quite yet. That match was not the main event, though. It was definitely worthy of it, I feel like, because up next we have that World Tag Team Championship match. And you know what I've kind of noticed? I mean, this is kind of the third and final match of the part. It does kind of feel like this has become a bit of a veterans versus upcomer. Veteran versus upcomer part, and definitely maybe a question of underestimation. So I know that, of course, it maybe seemed like Candice underestimated Tiffany Stratton's ability, though, just expecting her to be way better by experience. Maybe we could say the same happened with Punk a little bit, though he was still able to win his match. The Creeds have felt like the New Day have been underestimating them when the New Day was helping CM Punk out with Bron Breakker a little bit. Like just helping to help play mind games, just doing a favour for him. And the Creeds, I felt like they felt like the New Day kind of just underestimated them and just looked past them and didn't really think too much about the match and wasn't worried enough. And I mean, Julius Creed proved on the last episode of Raw getting the win over Xavier Woods. And I felt like he proved that they shouldn't underestimate them. Whether they do that tonight, now after walking away with that loss, with Xavier Woods losing to Julius Creed, maybe that these two now know who they're dealing with. Maybe that was a poor choice by the Creed brothers. Maybe instead of proving to them that they shouldn't underestimate them in a singles match, maybe they should have waited until they had the tag title matchup. But I guess that's just one of those things. Sometimes you want, even if you don't want to be underestimated, that's all at any point, and you want to earn it, you want to say that you earned it, and you don't want them to be any excuses. Maybe it's exactly what the Creeds are looking for here tonight. No excuses. The New Day to know exactly who they're messing with. And which they say they do, doesn't mean they went before the match that they had. They say they knew who they were messing with, but the question is, do they truly know who they're fighting? But I guess we'll have to see. And I was talking about Candice LeRae and CM Punk's mind games. We know the New Day have played up to using their own mind games against the Street Profits before now, but it was more just testing the Street Profits' patience and seeing if the Street Profits had truly become good men yet again, and they proved too. And so, you know, the New Day aren't too stray from donning that kind of style. Will they do that here tonight? I have no idea. But anyways, what I do know is they are defending those World Tag Team titles on the line. They are defending those World Tag Team titles tonight. Of course, those are the championships they are fighting for. There is only one there, of course, defending both of them because it is a tag title, of course.
The following contest is a tag team match set for one fall and is for the World Tag Team Championship. Introducing the challengers at a combined weight of 515 pounds, Brutus Creed and Julius Creed, Diamond Mine. And their opponents at a combined weight of 417 pounds, the World Tag Team Champions, Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods, the New Day.
Well, the New Day handing over those World Tag Team titles. He's hoisting them high-ish. I definitely do thank Mike Rome for giving me some breaks in these pay-per-view matches. It feels like I for so much longer during these. But geez, we get some great matches in return. So it's not so bad. It looks like Kofi Kingston and Brutus Creed are starting it off. Oh, Woods is tagged in already. I was going to say the two men that didn't fight on that last episode of Raw. But Xavier Woods may be looking to redeem himself a little bit in his eyes. He's going for that cover after that wheelbarrow facebuster, but Brutus Creed kicks out at one there. Maybe already Woods underestimating Brutus Creed. Maybe he's willing to not underestimate Julius Creed, but how are they feeling about Brutus Creed? You can't forget Ivy Nile on the outside being moral support for the Creeds. Let's have to see how it goes. Of course, we can talk about how the Creeds got this match, which proves that they will definitely earn it. Oh, hold on. Julius Creed tagged into this match. Well, we've already got the rematch from the Raw episode, but now, I mean, it's technically still a singles match, but, well, tag match still, but The two legal competitors are the ones that are in that single match. And everybody's already been made an official member of this matchup, being the official participant at some point, though not everybody have been tagged in yet, because we still need Woods and, Kofi Kingston and Brutus Creed to be tagged into the matchup, and we still need one more combination of Julius Creed and Kofi Kingston. Yes, I am right in saying that. I wasn't quite into draw for a second then. That is still the one combination we do need still. But geez, Woods, poof. Of course, like I said, I was going to talk about the whole situation about how they've earned this match, and I think is very much important to talk about. The New Day were like, oh, well, first of all, they had a little bit of a challenge, gave it to the LWO. Well, the LWO were able to get that, which felt just because the LWO also had their issues with the Street Profits and the D'Angelo family. Jeez. Yes, tag team combination there. And so it felt a bit just for that. They were able to retain. And then they were like, you know what? We all the singles people, all the people in the singles division, covers one, kick out there by Julius, have gone, they've got a whole entire tournament. That's basically the theme of this pay-per-view is two massive tournaments, the King of the Ring tournament and the Queen of the Ring tournament. Why can't the tag divisions get some stuff like that? They talked to Regal, they were given a little mini tournament. Jeez, Julius Creed with all these elbows. Jeez, Julius Creed. I don't know what's going on. I mean, this is the final combination. Jeez, Kofi Kingston's been tagged in. All that's left is Brutus Creed to be tagged in for all those little extra details that I like to mention to be brought into this matchup. It's clearly something's ticked off Julius Creed. But, like I said, they had to earn it for a little mini tournament. There was two semi-finals and a final, just a short three-match tournament like that. The Creed took on Alpha Academy. They were able to win said matchup. Jeez. I believe it was Otis and Cesaro, if I'm not mistaken. Julius Creed counters that one from Kofi. And then AOP ran through Gallus. Well, didn't run through Gallus, but that was a dominant match. But AOP proved to be very dominant. So that left AOP versus the Creeds, which, yet again, very difficult match for the Creeds. But they were able to win a said matchup, and that is how they have gotten here. Definitely earned that spot. Definitely earned their match here. And now Brutus Creed rocking in this torture rack. Now, every combination has been made official. Everybody's been the legal participant in this matchup, and everybody has been tagged into this matchup. Every different one of those little details I like to try and keep on top of the best of my ability, which is very much easier to do on a 2-on-2 instead of like a 4-on-4 like we had with the Judgment Day versus that team of amalgamation of Supersonic. I definitely named them something. I can't remember what it was now. Pretty Supersonic Duo Deadly? I don't know. A Pretty Deadly Supersonic Duo? I don't know. Pretty Supersonic Deadly Duo, it doesn't matter now, but you get the point. It's a lot easier to do it on a 2-on-2, so I'll do my best to keep on top of it. It's, I'm not a computer, so trying to keep on every combination of four, the two members on 2-4 teams is just too difficult. Let's see which effort, when I'm trying to focus on the matches, Xavier Woods decided to go to Julius Creed instead. I don't think Brutus expected that. Nor did Julius. Jeez, Xavier Woods sends Brutus Creed into the ring. Like I said, the New Day, they're not opposed to testing the patience of their opponents. That was a great frog splash by Woods, but kick out there by one Brutus Creed, showing off his strength, proving that he shouldn't be underestimated, that's for sure. Which I would say, I've just noticed, Kofi Kingston's busted wide open, but after all that flourish of elbows that Julius Creed did. But geez, I would say part of the mission here tonight is for the Creed to just prove that they are not to be underestimated, but of course the main one is to be World Tag Team Champions. But I guess maybe not to be underestimated is a nice extra icing to the cake too. Jeez, or a second goal. An optional goal and an optional goal that they want to achieve. And winning the match definitely would get that optional goal, I do believe. But they can still get that without winning, I think. I'm going to try to prove it right now. Xavier Woods nearly got dropped in an awkward way on that rope there. Jeez. As Brutus Creed heading up to the top rope now. Looking for a splash right to Xavier Woods. Jeez. Brutus Creed gets that elbow. Of course, I did mention that they did help out with CM Punk a little bit. Kofi and Punk did team up to take on the Wolf Dogs at one point, and then the following week, the New Day actually themselves took on the Wolf Dogs. Jeez, successful in both encounters with the New Day. To work off the back of the questionable relationship between Bron Breakker and Baron Corbin. Because we've yet to see Big E return. Hopefully we have to see him return soon. They never gave us quite a bit of a schedule yet for when Big E's return will be. Hopefully it'll be soon, jeez. Power Slam. It's clear that there was an injury of some description. I mean, he was taken out of the WrestleMania match by stipulation, but it seems like maybe there was a second reason. I don't quite know. But geez, Kofi Kingston, geez, that was a way. That wasn't even quite. Someone kind of like picked his head up and stomped it back down. That was interesting by Kofi Kingston. Some very unique offense there by Kofi Kingston. But geez, maybe that's proof why he's not underestimating. He's not putting out moves like that. Geez, another boom drop. Right to Brutus Creed there. Goes just to cover. 1, 2. Kick out there by Brutus. Jeez. I mean, I'm noticing a lot in these kick outs. A lot of the time, you'll see people fire their shoulder up, but then you'll see their arm going to get trapped behind them sometimes, and that is the danger of kicking it out sometimes. Even like it's just effort. You've got to try and force out your entire body. And sure, the main thing is to get the shoulder up, and sometimes worrying about focusing on that too much, you could really hurt your arm. And the wrestlers got to be very careful that they don't end up doing that too much. But anyways, now the Creeds all rocking. They just tag team offense right now. Kofi Kingston, geez, these knees right to the midsection, jeez. We're talking about winning people's arms. I'm worried about Kofi Kingston's ribs right now. Jeez, and his face. Of course, I think it was Julius Creed that busted open Kofi Kingston, and Julius Creed just going to work now. Maybe see a little bit of a mean streak coming out in Julius Creed. Jeez. I mean, I haven't been checking social media enough, but maybe even social media is expecting this to be an easy win for the New Day. I mean, we can't forget the Creeds. When the whole reset happened, they were the one challenging for those undisputed tag titles at Backlash. Sure, they didn't win. They lost to Pretty Deadly, but they were there. They beat the likes of the Street Profits, who were the tag team champions for a long while, a team that the New Day feuded with for a long while. And the Profits just seemed to have won over on, though, to be fair, mainly down to A-Town down under the D'Angelo family. Steps like that, but geez, nonetheless, geez. Oh, geez, slamming them down. Of course, these lot did have history. The New Day, the Creeds were the last people that the New Day had to get past to be able to earn their match at WrestleMania for the tag titles. And they were able to do it just that way. All the Creeds did do a hell of a showing at Elimination Chamber for those titles as well. They wanted one more shot to have to end the best of 3. Creeds beat the Profits just on the build to Backlash last year. And beat and then they lost to Elimination Chamber earlier this year. They wanted to have the third and final matchup, the rubber matchup, but was not able to have that. Jeez, maybe a little frustrated by that other Creeds. Maybe the fact that maybe they could have won at WrestleMania. That was their match to win, but they lost to the New Day, so not able to get that. And geez, Julius Creed gets that shooting star, 2 back-to-back top rope moves, plus that elbow drop. Well, Kofi was trying to get his way to Woods. That was brutal. Julius Creed is showing out here tonight. Bobby Lashley was frightened of Julius Creed last time. They're not too frightened like he was at the New Day, that he got the Tony D'Angelo and whatnot to get involved. But frightened enough, geez, to take him on himself. Geez, gets that Doomsday Brewers ball on Kofi Kingston. That was one. Oh, Xavier Woods breaks it up. Easy gets that knee shot right to the face. Oh, Julius gets that shot, but Woods kicks him down. Woods now getting back out. Brutus Creed, the little too focus on him. Kofi Kingston gets that drop kick. Jeez, I think even Ivy Nile's getting a little frustrated right now. She's wanting the Creeds to win this matchup. The Creeds put in a hell of a showing right now, that is for sure. Oh, Woods. Sorry, Kingston. Jeez, gets that triple in paradise. Right to Brutus Creed. But Julius Creed right there, jeez, breaking it up. 2 falls apart, he could have ended the match right there. And both teams have broken it up. The wear and tear is definitely going to be forming on these competitors right now. Who is going to be walking away with the World Tag Team Championships? Is it going to be the retaining, the veterans, the New Day, or the up-and-comers, the challengers, the Creed brothers? Yes, I felt like I've been making that link all part, and I felt like I've forgotten to mention it after a little bit. The veterans versus the up-and-comers. Jeez, gets that hammerlock DDT. But jeez, not to mention that. Plus, the Creeds are proving to be great right now. Jeez, that was a hell of a knee right to the face of Xavier Woods. Xavier Woods a little stun there. And Brutus, looking for a roll-up here. Getting desperate. Oh, the Creeds. 2. Oh, kicks out of there. Oh, Woods now. Oh, lost in Woods. Right to Brutus. Jeez. Oh, what's going on there? I didn't quite see what happened there. I think I grabbed Kofi Kingston. Kofi Kingston just to wrestle her off. But jeez, I don't know what's going on there. But 2, 3. Jeez. Well, the New Day got a win there. I don't quite know what happened there. I think I even got Kofi Kingston's way and something happened there. I don't quite know what happened. I mean, I wouldn't expect the New Day to attack a woman, but still. Attack on manager, no less, as well, but I don't know. Just that was a bit of a weird way to end it, but clearly the Creeds were distracted a little bit, and clearly they were frustrated in this match, and I feel like that's maybe going to help. That's not going to exactly help their mood. But jeez. Oof. Just a little too much offense put done to Brutus Creed, though, for him to be able to kick out what Julius Creed was too busy dealing with Kofi Kingston. Jeez. Oof. Jeez, what a match, though. The Creeds definitely, I feel like they proved. This is the elbow drop I was talking about. Jeez, I forgot to call. Jeez, oh. That was nasty. I mean, well, I don't think it was nasty as Bron Breaker, the one that Bron Breaker received in the past match. But jeez, and then the shooting star afterwards. Hitting on both sides of the torso of Kofi Kingston. I wonder if we have to see what happened with Kofi and Ivy in the replay. I don't know. I just have to see if that happens. Will we see it? I don't know. This was the Lost in Woods. Yeah, we see Kofi. Yeah, geez, looked like Ivy now grabbed him. I think Ivy now did grab him. Ivy now, I think, trying to stop him from getting after Julius.
Here are your winners, and still World Tag Team Champions, Xavier and Kofi Kingston, the New Day.
Clearly, Julius Creed got distracted nonetheless anyways. But geez, looks like it was veterans, 2 up-and-comers, won in this part. Though champions retained in all regards. Anyways, that was I felt that was a pretty good part of King Green pay-per-view. Not too much more to come now. Thanks for watching, and hopefully I'll see you for the next part.